Hello guys, it's a warm welcome back to the channel. This is Alpha Omega Daily, the channel that brings you all you need to know about life in Thailand as an expat. I normally don't quote statistics. I always say that because I want to give you the benefit of 10 years of experience. I've been in Thailand just a couple of months short of 10 years at this stage. This video, by the way, is about the jobs you can do in Thailand. I'm not going to focus on what you can't do, because if that was the case, the video would be about 2 or 3 hours long. These are 10 things that you can do. Okay, so let's focus on the positive, and we get straight into it. The obvious one is teaching. So you can get a job in a Thai school, private school, government school in Thailand as let's say an English teacher or a French teacher. I knew one guy who was here for 30 years teaching in a university as a French teacher. I don't know what other languages are. Well, obviously Mandarin, I suppose, would be another one, but mainly if you're listening to this, it's English basically. And in terms of what you need for that, I'm not going to quote exactly, but you do need a TEFL or a CELTA and a third level degree. Number 2, YouTuber. I mean, there you go. I'm a YouTuber, and YouTubing, I suppose we can use it as a verb. YouTubing is, something that you've got total control over. You don't need a CELTA, you don't need a TEFL, you don't need this, you don't need that. All you need is a mobile phone, let's say, or a smartphone, and maybe even a tripod, and away you go, or a GoPro. There's various things you can do with YouTube. It's open. You can do whatever you want to do. But bear in mind that if you want to make a living doing YouTube, you've got to reach certain criteria before you start making a living, making any money at all. And after that, you've got to be consistent. I'm not going to go into detail on these things, lads. I'm just giving you the heads up on what you can do. Number 3, fairly unusual one, scuba diving instructor. Yes, indeed, you can become a scuba diving instructor. I don't know anything about scuba diving, so you can check it out online. Number 4, modelling stroke acting. I did go for I did an audition for an extra in a movie here in Thailand. I used to do it many years ago in Ireland. I was in quite a few movies and ads and stuff like that many years ago in Ireland as an extra. And you can do modelling. Well, I suppose my physique or whatever physique you have, you can determine whether or not you can be a model. Modelling jobs pay very little, or they pay a lot. It depends on what you get. So modelling or acting. Translator. Well, if you're multilingual, bilingual, polyglot, whatever you may be, you can get a job as a translator, and that's a really good gig to get. If you can speak Thai, the world's your oyster, as a translator. Number 6, real estate sales. Real estate sales, not for me, maybe for you. There's a lot of big American companies here. Century 21 are here, and other stuff. I'm not going to go through them all. But you can get a job as a real estater. Is a realtor. What do they call a realtor? But for me, street dogs. There you go. Another video coming up about those guys. But you can get a job as a realtor. I was offered a job as a realtor by a wonderful Indian lady. Had a real estate business, and she was prepared to pay 20,000 Thai baht and then commission, and I'd have to pay for all my expenses of getting around the city, showing the apartments or whatever it is to prospective clients, and then I could claim that back. And I was thinking to myself, 20,000 baht a month, you'd see quite a hole in that if you were traveling around every day paying for MRTs and taxis and stuff like that. You could get it back, but realtor, many of these positions are commission only. So if you've got the know, if you know what you're doing and something like that, maybe that's a job for you. Author on Amazon. This is a new one for me. When someone said to me author, I said, oh, an author, God, how long is that going to take? But basically, you can write. You probably know this. I didn't know this on today when I did my research. You can write a book or a blog or whatever it may be, an audio book, and you can put it up on Amazon, and Amazon package it, bind it or whatever it is, and send it off to the customers. So if you have a flair for literature, you could become an Amazon author. How about that? Number 8, something I wouldn't do, but a lot of fellas do it, a lot of fellas did it. Bar owner. Bar owner in Thailand. Well, there's lots of bar owners in Thailand, and one of the things that hit bar owners tragically was the recent pandemic, which really, a lot of them went to the wall. But bar owner, you can do that. I don't know the first thing about that. Number 9, you can start your own business. Well, that ties in with bar owner as well, doesn't it? Start your own business. There are many successful expats, let's say, or foreigners who've started their own business here and been very successful at doing it. And then the number 10, hotel work. I was in a hotel, was it recently, a couple of years ago, and I saw a Caucasian foreigner as a porter. And I said to myself, that doesn't look right, because you only see Thais doing jobs, generally speaking. I'm not going to go into that, but you only see Thais working in hotels. But you can work in one of the international hotel chains, and that's a way you can get a job here. One thing I did fail to mention, there's lots of multinational companies, big banks, Deutsche Bank, HSBC, the Banque Nationale de Paris, Citibank. A lot of these big multinational companies are here in Thailand, and if you can get a job with them and apply to work here, then you can get a 1-year work permit to work for one of these banks or big businesses. Well, there you go. That's some of the things you can do in Thailand to earn a few bob. But working online is probably the one that's going to appeal to most people. Working online obviously includes YouTube, it could include teaching, it could include web design, whatever it may be, you know yourself, IT. And there are oodles of digital nomads. I actually should have said that. Digital nomad, become a digital nomad. There are oodles of digital nomads in Thailand. And that's probably the go-to obvious one, because I wouldn't say a lot of you watching this, maybe I'm wrong, could be a model or an actor, or maybe a scuba diving instructor, or an author on Amazon. But working online, anyone can do that. So there you go. So guys, I hope you found this video informative, and if you did, make sure you click that subscribe button, click the like button, click the share button, do all those wonderful things, and I'll bring you back another wonderful video very soon. Thanks for joining me.